Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. You watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Dainese Dinamica DWP riding shoe, available at RevZilla.com. Dinamica. Oh, Dinamica. No, not your high-maintenance high school girlfriend. Dinamica is the name for dynamic in Italian, and it is, in my opinion, a rock-solid riding shoe for the sport rider, the sport commuter, and really someone that's looking for low profile, decent protection, but 360 degrees of, or 360 days rather, of waterproof breathability using a D-Dry liner. Coming in just over the $200 mark, I like the fact that it's a step back from something like the Dino D1. That's a little bit more aggressive sport, punch you in the mouth, but it is a big step forward. I called it a riding shoe. It is closer to a boot from a protection scheme compared to something like the motor shoe DWP, which in my estimation feels a little bit more like your riding shoe, riding sneaker, a little bit more casual. Now, 3 colors available, brand new for the spring of 16. Let's talk briefly about fitment. Let's get then into the nuance. Fit scheme, rock solid, consistent within the Dainese line. Notice, neoprene at the front, stretch panel, not an inner booty. There's no laces here. So make sure you spend a little bit of time, get the fit right on this. You're not gonna get an overly wide foot here into the boot, but it's that same width profile that we typically see from Dainese. So it's kind of like a BC. If you're a D width, not so much, but a lot of you folks already typically know about that. Remember, we'll ship free over 39 bucks. And as always, click our logo, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel, stay up to date with our opinion of the latest and greatest, but leave me your comments or questions or feedback as we roll out new gear guides. Now, diving back into the shoe itself. At first glance, I looked at it, I said, okay, Dinamica, interesting name, and how flimsy is this going to be? And where it kind of stopped me in my tracks is it's not flimsy. It's a woven polyamide outer shell that's actually stiffer and kind of reminds me of the D-stone material Dainese's used in the past. When we get into the toe box, this is CE rated. It has a stiffer toe box than I was expecting and has a brushed TPR instead of a slider. It mutes it, but it brings the crush factor and upgrades the slide factor. As we move back, it's using DNA from the dyno from the race boots here in the ankle and heel cockpit. So big bulky TPR, which I like, I say that, or TPU with love. And then again, nice heel counter moving to this side. You're gonna notice they've changed the texture here on the outer or medial slider around the ankle, and there's a decent amount of padding here. And then down here, they've changed the texture here too around the inner part of the heel. Again, this is the part that's gonna interface with your bike. 2 more parts of tactile response, giving you feedback from the bike versus just being slippery plastic on potentially fairing, which would just slip. On this side, same material, but again, you can get away with a little bit slipperier or shinier plastic from the style standpoint. Now, I will tell you that I only have really one major gripe, and again, this is the black and Fluo-Red. There are 3 colors available. I look at this boot and I say, okay, so it's waterproof. Waterproof breathable using the D-Dry liner, which is baked in. It's gonna be a 365-day ride. Again, I think sport commuter and sport tourer, again, somebody that's gonna get caught in the rain all day long, lightweight, under a pair of jeans. Awesome, and I look at it and I go, well, where's the damn reflectivity? All right, Dinamica, you're holding out on me. Dainese says, no, we've made reflectivity. It's in the pull. And then I go back to them and I say, but when I put it on, I use this pull to put this on my foot and I zip it all the way up to close it. Where'd my Dainese reflective go? My reflective go? And they say, oh, it went back in the boot. So Dainese, I love the style of it, but who's gonna wear it with it open? When you're riding, you need that protective aspect. And now you've put that reflectivity into the back. At first glance, I thought this might be baked in and sublimated reflective, kind of working its way stealthily in, but it's not. So Dainese on Dinamica V2, which maybe comes out next year or the year after, give me a pop of reflectivity. We need it on a boot that's inherently waterproof as an extra layer of protection for that inclement riding scheme. But overall, I really dig it. Again, just coming in over the $200 mark. Other basics here, dual recess stitching on your TPR here on your shift panel. And if we look at the sole, this is your D-Tech race sole, right off your race boots. It's awesome. Offers enough flex on the toe to where if you're off your bike, you're gonna be more comfortable riding it around. They've detuned that flexibility or increased the flexibility, detuned the stiffness. Again, 4.5 on the stiff scale, but then as you work your way back, different materials, you have this ridge here in the heel, and again, the shock absorbing factor. Again, this is the D-Tech right off of the race boots. Inside of this, we've talked about you're going to have your wicking liner, your D-dry liner, again, which is meant to wick sweat out of the boot, allowing it to breathe. And there's also white nylon for reinforcement. You can see it right down there on the inside of the boot. Again, just giving you additional reinforcement along the back of the heel where it kind of meets your Achilles tendon. Overall, you've heard me say much more positive than negative. It is a real investment over the $200 mark. It comes in nicely right underneath that Dyno D1 by being a little bit more stealthful, a little bit more Batman or stealth bomber compared to the D1, which is overtly sport. I am a fan of Dinamica, even though at first glance, the name kind of threw me. The next step in your journey is to click the info button. Desktop, mobile device, visit the product detail page at RevZilla.com, read other rider reviews. You shouldn't just take my word for it. As always, we'll ship free over 39 bucks. If you want to talk to a Gear Geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Stay up to date with our opinion, the latest and greatest in the moto universe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.